Well guys, let's continue on with the Final Fantasy II Magic Only challenge. So last time we finished the Finn arc. Um, we got the ring from Scott. And we got Minwoo to assist us in our next mission. So let's see if we can't get through the first dungeon today. First thing I want to do is, so Min comes with a lot of very high level spells. So although he's got 100 MP, he's gonna, if he consistently uses all of them, he's going to run out pretty soon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete his cure spell and give him a fresh cure spell. It will always start off at level 1. So I'm going to use that facility. It's a feature, not a bug. It's like, hey Minwoo, forget your cure spell, which you must have spent years honing. And here, learn it again. It's like going back to school and then, oh, looks like I'm not as proficient as I thought I was. But that's how Final Fantasy II works. Who are we to question it? Renoa, I think now she has enough HP to tank at least for one fight. And, well, I've got Minwoo. The problem is that, the problem with not grinding HP right now is that, although Min does have the life spell, it's at level 7. So I would prefer to restrict its usage. Anyway, we'll see what happens. YOLO. Since I am just planning to live on the edge, might as well, right? So finally we get to the city of Paloom, and in here is potentially one of the most useful spells in the game, even for our challenge run. So I hope I have the. I don't think I have the cash. It's gonna cost 300 to buy the protect spell, which is called safe in this translation. Now normally, for a casual run, blink would be one of the most useful spells. Shell, not so much, but for our purposes, shell. $400? Huh. Okay. Well, I guess I can't buy it right now, but as soon as I get 400, this is going to be top priority. I'll discuss more about the safe spell once we actually get it. But for now, it's status quo. I guess I can't really do anything. Did I teach Min the cure spell? Yeah, I did. Okay, cool. And I think all of our other spells are close to level 2, which is good news. Still goblins. Oh, I forgot to heal up. MP situation, well, I don't think we have enough MP to get through the next dungeon, to get through the first dungeon. So probably this is going to be yet another grind session. Or it depends how fast I get the amount of MP that I require. So based on my estimate, how many fights will we get through in Summit Falls? In the Summit Falls cave. We can use a teleport spell to teleport out, so we don't need to walk out. I'm guessing it would be at least between 15 and 20 fights. And considering that each fight is going to take at least 2 MP. Actually, no. There is no way a fight is only going to take 2 MP. Each fight I think is going to take 4 MP, probably at least 2 turns. Based on my estimate. So going by that calculation, we might need at least 50 MP. The good news is that should heal up. The good news is that now, as soon as our spells hit level 2, grinding MP will become twice as easy. Because right now, most battles I'm struggling to make it last 3 rounds, even with 3 enemies which don't run away. But hopefully, yeah, we're going to be hitting the next loading zone now. And slightly tougher monsters. I hope to run into lots and lots of green goblins in preparation for the first dungeon, so that my back row can start getting some HP at least. God damn it. So Zell is almost, I won't say almost, but he's well on his way to our slated MP target. He's already got 30 MP. And very soon we'll be hitting level 2 for our spells. Right now we only have the cure spell, unfortunately. Oh, wait a minute. I can use Minwu's sap spell to get MP boosts. Should I do that? Actually, no, I need to level up my spells as well. Yeah, that's another thing I'm outlawing, using the sap spell. At least at the beginning of the game, we'll do a legit grind. In any case, for the NES version, it's a very slow beginning anyway, so I'm not too worried. Cure leveled up, but Fire didn't level up. Very surprising. How come? It's at 97. What the hell? Whatever. Now at level 2, at least Squall and Renoa will have much higher chances of getting it. Oh, right. It's natural that Cure would be leveling up faster because I've been using it outside battle as well. Right? Yeah, I'm gonna take this opportunity to grind. I was considering whether I should just finish off these guys. Actually, I should finish these guys. These guys have the can potentially give me lots of money. So I'll try to end this battle quickly and kill off as many as possible before they run away. God damn it! Oh, come on. One single goblin can potentially drop 100 kill. Yep. But it's very, very rare. Oh my god, I'm just left with 2 goblins, seriously. Might as well try and get an MP up. Salvage this battle somehow. Very disappointing, but well, those are the odds. I mean, I would feel frustrated that the enemies at the beginning of the game are so prone to running away, but it does make sense given the fact that right off the bat, when you begin the game, enemies can kill you, and that's generally not a very viable strategy to have players play your game, is it? I mean, the game that comes to mind is the 7th Saga, where at any stage of the game, you can find the random encounters almost unbelievably difficult. MP up, please. Soul up, MP up, and Fire leveled up. Okay, who got an MP up then? Renoa got an MP up. Now she's got more MP than Zell even, but Squall is somehow stuck. But yeah, that's how FF2 works. very random in terms of growths. So I'll just heal up, um, and we'll continue to attempt to make the journey by foot to. God, can you move away, please? We'll continue to move. We'll try to make the journey by foot to Poft. I still have 200 bucks. If I'm ever short of money, I can always sell the ether that Minwoo came with, but I would prefer to hold on to it. It does cost 2,500 bucks after all, and well, this is a magic only challenge. I am going to need it at some stage. Oh look, right outside town. I might as well grind. Chances are all of these guys are going to run away. The way running works is that their chance to run away depends on how high our combined HP is. Although that's quite a bit of calculation for a simple mechanic like this, I must admit. And because Minwoo has recently joined our party, and single-handedly he pretty much has more HP than almost all of our party combined. Not quite, but close enough. So it effectively doubles the chances of enemies running away, which is unfortunate, but what can you do? You're supposed to take that as a sign that you are well past this stage of enemies, this level of enemies, and you're supposed to seek out stronger opponents and hopefully not die. Come on, Squall, we were desperately waiting for an MP up on your part. Also, money is going to be really tight at the beginning, but things are going to ease up. I think the biggest challenge, at least in terms of patience, is going to be leveling up our spells. Because unlike weapons, where you have certain classes of weapons, and as soon as you find a stronger weapon of the same class, it reuses the same experience points that you got from the previous weapon of the same class. I think that was too technical. I mean, for example, if I've been training in swords, I can get a significant damage boost if I just upgrade from a weaker sword to a more powerful sword, which makes intuitive sense, but unfortunately that's just the way the magic system is designed. It doesn't work that way. I wish there was a system wherein there would be certain classes of spells like Fire, Firaga. It was there in FF1 as well, but I guess it was at this stage in the development of the Final Fantasy series. It was still considered very distinct spells instead of sequence of spells. So imagine how it would have been if right, everyone got an MP up. Imagine if all the experience that you gathered leveling up your fire spell would be immediately applicable once you got the fire spell or fire 2, whatever you want to call it. So that would have been, I think, the logical progression or the logical synonym of the weapon growth system as well. So that's what I've been thinking. If I wanted to replace the magic system, or at least make it worth leveling up magic. But for now, pretty much each and every. How much MP do we have? Squall still has very low MP, but I think for the time being we are good to make the journey to Poft. Yeah, let's go into MP conservation mode. But that's my opinion on how I would redesign it. And now that Zell has fire too, I think these weak ass enemies, it'll be a one shot multi-target even. At least Renoa is getting plenty of chances to gain HP. She's already at 73, so as we are progressing slowly but surely, Renoa, at the very least, Renoa is getting out of the danger zone of being killed in a fight. I'm still waiting for an encounter with the Green Goblin. Vitality down, int up, eh? Sad. But I'm not too worried about Vitality either. I think one of the best things about this Magic Only Challenge Run is that it plays right into how FF2 was designed. Although each of the characters is pretty much a blank slate and you can build them up as you see fit. At least in the NES and the PlayStation version, the original versions, the incentive system was set up so that you would try and min-max, or you would try and min-max. For example, there's a trichotomy here of stat gains versus stat losses. So every time, if let's say you have a physical attacker who attacks physically more often than not, then he would be constantly losing intelligence over the course of the game. And there's a similar relationship between spirit and power. So if you have someone who's constantly using white magic, he would steadily lose power over the course of the game, as we saw with Squall recently. And similarly, someone who's using black magic would be constantly losing vitality. Now, in order to compensate for that, let's try and think of what we would do. So a physical attacker would be losing intelligence. The base assumption was that you wouldn't necessarily have your physical attacker use black magic. Your physical attacker would be essentially a tank kind of character who would have plenty of vitality, and he really wouldn't be affected too much by a loss of intelligence. But if for some strange reason you wanted a physical attacker who would also be proficient at black magic, it would be very, very difficult. I mean, it won't be very difficult. Every time you gain a point in your proficiency or whatever you're doing more frequently, there's only a 20% chance of an associated drop. But if you get really unlucky, it's entirely possible that literally every time you gain a stat, you would lose the corresponding opposite stat. So, I mean, as far as possible, you'd like to reduce that chance, right? Unless you're willing to go to extreme lengths, like reset every time an opposing stat drops. That's suboptimal, considering that you can't really save anywhere you want. And in the versions where you can save anywhere you want, the stat drop system was taken out completely. So that's not an issue. But my point being in this long-winded argument is that the game promotes... Wait, did Skull gain MP? Oh yeah, now he's almost on par with Zell. That's cool, that's cool. So everybody is... Poison? What? Oh my god, she's already been inflicted with a permanent status ailment. Good thing I noticed that. Do I even care about visiting Puff? Might as well heal up. My point being that at least these original versions of FF2 promote min-maxing stats. So if you want someone to have good strength, you're better off just focusing on strength and completely giving up intelligence. So, coming back to the original point, for a magic only challenge run, we will obviously be focusing on the magic stats. And because of that, we don't care about a drop in power. A drop in power would be caused by an increase in spirit or soul, as it is labeled in this translation. So we don't really care about a drop in Squall's power stat. So he's fine. Renova, I think Renova will be using both black and white magic. So let's focus on black magic. Again, Renova is just going to be her main purpose is going to be tanking. So I don't really think well, it's not as if she's going to be wearing heavy armor or something like that or stuff like that, but there's a possibility she will be equipped with some armor at least, and any armor that's equipped, at least most armor that's equipped will affect magic abilities. So I'm not too worried about her magic stats. I'm more worried about her HP. But HP is something that we can directly control by hitting our own party members. So not to worry about Renova. As far as Zell is concerned, every time you... Oh, there we go, Green Goblins. Hopefully they'll hit someone in the back row. Oh, I probably shouldn't be using Cure on Squall just in case he gets hit. I mean, he's the prime candidate who could do with some HP up. Even right now, I'm only really worried. Really? Man, this is what happens when he gets too much intelligence. So, every time he gets... I mean, Zell is going to lose vitality regularly. So just like HP, vitality is also to a very large extent under our control. We can raise vitality just by hitting our own party members, or in this case, casting spells at our own party members. So because of that, I'm quite confident that we're not going to have any significant side effects to focusing on our magic stats, or whatever side effects that are caused, can we have adequate compensation for that. Oops! God damn it, I did not mean that. I did not mean to physically attack with Minwu. Mistakes. I'm quite sure this won't be the last time, but oh well. How far along are we as far as level 3 is concerned? Oh, look at that, we're already a third of the way. So we've reached Salamand here. What I'll do is I'll just try to grind a bit until we get at least 50 MP. I think we'll need at least 50 MP for the upcoming dungeon. Ooh, money! Yeah, I'm not gonna grind on this fight. I'm gonna try to make as much cash as possible. So for the time being, we don't need to be worried about we don't really need to be worried about grinding for HP, because we've got we've got a glorified babysitter with us to make sure that there's no way in hell that we can get into a bad situation ever. I mean, sure, Minwu doesn't come with offensive magic, but that's what your party members are supposed to do. I actually really appreciate that this game. I mean, one could argue that it's a relatively difficult start to this game, but I mean, considering that they give you an OP character like Min Woo, I'm not entirely sure that the intention is for you to use him as an occasional crutch or not at all. It's like welfare, you know. If you're in a bad situation, then sure, have him do the heavy lifting and get you out of trouble. Who got sold? Okay, must be Renoa. I've got 497 bucks. I'm strongly considering going and purchasing the save spell. Let's talk about the save spell, also known as Protect. Protect is not a status in this game, like general Final Fantasy games. In this game, Protect, every time it hits, and the hit mechanic is a story onto itself, but every time it hits, and depending on how many levels it hits, it's just gonna straight up increase your defense. So we have a very strong incentive to level up the Protect spell. Holy crap, look at that! They hit the back row. You know what? I'm gonna yeah. Oh shit, I don't want to heal him. I do not want to heal him. Sorry about this select cancelling. I don't want to heal him. I'm gonna take every chance that the game affords me naturally to get a HP up for my back row. Hopefully they won't kill Squall. Come on. So what we see here is a classic reason of why people prefer to just get HP by hitting their own party members. It's because you're very much reliant on enemies to essentially do what you already have the power to do. So I completely understand. I completely understand why people just. I mean, all you're doing by hitting your own party members is saving a few steps, right? Instead of waiting for the enemies to do it to you. But I just feel like it's more natural. I don't know. This guy also has a bow attack, so let's see. Might as well heal Minwoo actually. I don't really care about him gaining HP. Wow, Fire 2 didn't kill him? God damn it, Zell. And we still haven't got an MP up for anybody. I need 50 MP on everybody. For now, Renova is at 49. I mean, 49 is fine. 50 is obviously a ballpark figure. Not going to be like, you have to be exactly over 50 or you're not qualified. Renova is fine. I'm just waiting for some MP ups on Squall and Zell. Wow, this guy can hit hard. So we see that Renova is pretty good to go in terms of HP. I don't think she's going to be one shot, but you never know. Nobody can hit MP. 37, 39, we're still stuck at those same MP values. Come on, guys. I mean, to be honest, we do need some more intense fights. Fights with just one enemy is just not going to cut it. Did not mean that. Why do I do that every time? Again, it's not going to be. Focus. I have to pay close attention to who's targeting whom. So I think what I'm going to do is purchase the save spell and call it a day for now. Alright. Yeah, I was expecting Fire to at least do 47 damage. He's got about 45 HP, the soldier. No MP up yet. We'll continue the grinding next time. So as I mentioned, we are looking to get at least 50 MP on everyone. And now that Runa's got a save spell, that's gonna be her go-to. I didn't say everything I wanted to about the save spell, did I? Well, we'll have plenty of opportunity next time. So that's going to be it. I will see you guys next time.